Hey, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. So what we've got today is the Leo Jaymz U.S. flag LP style guitar. I did an unboxing video in my gear haul video, and we're going to put this on the bench today, and we're going to get it ready to play. Do a setup on it. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think when you're done watching the video. So let's get it over on the bench and let's get to it. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to loosen up these strings just a little bit, because we're going to take those off and we're going to put a set of these on. D'Addario 46 to 10s XLs. What we're going to use today to neaten up this fretboard is a 24.75, 24 3/4 scale. Brand new, breaking it in today because I've got the other scale size the other day, but this is the 24.75 Music Nomad. The first thing you got to do with these guys, you got to get these off. You're going to need these. Got to have the right kind of rubber bands for this. Some heavy duty ones. So a little bit of an unboxing here with the new Music Nomad fret protector to do the fret job. Including my battery. So they're all loosened up. Put some new batteries in that. Or these are just really tight. But now we're going to cut these strings. Make life easy on ourselves. So it played out of the box, but it was some really buzzy. They got the action set really low, crummy strings, and scratchy frets. But we're going to fix all that today and get it playing like it should. And I'm going to leave the stock pickups in it for now until I figure out what I'm going to do. if I'm going to keep them or not once I get the new strings on. That's nice and tight. I like to set that off to the side. That's pretty tight too. Not a lot of play there. That's good. The intonation was good on this guitar, so we don't need to mess with that. So here's how we go about this. You set that right on there and it protects everything. Put your rubber bands on. You want to put at least 2 of them. You don't need to put all 5. Now these cost $49 a piece, but they're worth it because you're not going to have to buy all this blue tape that I bought before. You're not going to have to buy all that. Now it still comes in handy when you're doing a couple of frets, and other things, paint jobs, etc. But we're not going to be doing all that today. But I am going to clean these up when I've got the strings off. So the pickup sounded pretty good. 6-string Stanger, who I watch, his channel, you should check him out. He's hitting some big numbers with subscribers. He's got some good content. He's funny. But anyway, he's got a one he calls Scully. That is the same model as this Leo Jaymz guitar, except it's got the skull body on it. He plays that in his videos quite a bit. And I don't think he's changed his pickups either. So I'll see how it sounds to me when I get the new strings on. We'll go from there. And I do know that he uses D'Addario strings. So I may not even have to change these. Now, sometimes these aren't exactly perfect, so you've got to move them a little bit. Like I notice on this, the last fret's a little off. But that's because this is made for, of course, a Gibson scale. And some of these Chinese-made guitars, overseas-made guitars, are not going to be exact. Like that spacing is a little off. So, when I get down to here, I'll just have to do this. Not a big deal. But let's get started. So I've got 400, 600, 1,000, and then 2,000 grit sandpaper. And that's what we're going to polish our frets with. I'm just going to hit them like this. Okay, these are pretty scratchy. And we don't need to hit these real hard. And actually, the funny thing is, Torsten from T's Guitars just put up a video about doing this, I think last night. And he's the one that taught me how to do this and where to get the fretboard protectors. Fretboard protectors you can get right on Amazon. Like I said, they're $49.99, but they're well worth it. I just got my scarred guitar gauntlet. So we're going to do a video on that. That's up and coming. Little teaser of the next videos that are coming. Also got the Tees SBHE, the new 57 Candy Red that I put a pearl pick guard on that I had to modify myself so that it fit the factory style with the truss rod pinwheel, and I had to drill it out to put the holes for the pickup because they weren't in the pick guard. We got a video coming up showing that guitar, and also I'm going to put that up against my 2 Squires and my personal guitar Telecaster build. So now we're doing 600 grit sandpaper. Now I'm going to use the 1000 grit sandpaper. I'm going to hit it this way until I get those fret edges. Then I'm going to hit it with that 2000. And this is what's really going to, and this I'm going to hit it pretty hard. And if you put your fingers over this, I'll try to get you a better view. Let's see here. Bring this in a little more. Now I'll show you on this bottom fret here. You want to put your fingers on either side of this so you're actually crowning the fret at the same time. Instead of using a fret crowner, you're doing it at the same time. And this gets rid of all of those, marks from the tooling of putting the frets in. Even after you crown some frets, this is good to do because then you're polishing the frets up. And if you want, you can put the polishing compound on there and polish them. But I found with this, you don't really need to. And they actually come out pretty darn good. After this, I'll put the F1 oil on there with a rag, clean them off. And then that's it. So I'm sure you guys have noticed my new channel logo. I just put that up today. You'll see this video in a couple of days, but it's out there now. I'm trying to improve on the channel some more. And hang on to those rubber bands because they'll go flying across the room when you take them off. I was silly enough to do that. I got slapped in the face with one. I like to keep everything neat, so I just put that guy right back in there for the next guitar. Which the next guitar I'd probably use that on will be my scarred guitar. Oil rag. Some F1 oil on there. Clean them up. And roll the fretboard at the same time. They are smooth. Way less gritty than we were when this guitar came to me a few days ago. I was waiting for that guard to come in before I worked on it. Now, one thing I want to just double check. Thread edges on these are pretty good, and they're not ripping the glove. But there's a little sharpness on the edge, so I'm going to hit those with the file. That's my guy. Now, what I did with this file is this side and this side have been grinded down, so there is no file on the sides to mess up the fretboard. On this one, I may have to, because these tops are a little sharp. I think I'm going to pull this back out, and I'll also do the tops, so I don't have to tape up the board. I'll do the tops just like that, lightly, to protect the board so I can do it quick. These, though, I'm not going to do that. Those are just hitting the sides. You can feel the difference between that and these three, and this one here that I just did. So I'm going to do that, guys. And then, so the video is not a million minutes long, and I'll be back when I got the strings on it. All right, guys, let's demo this guitar. So this is completely clean, and I'm using my Legato wireless system 80. And that is the neck, middle, bridge, and I will put my tone on it. Bridge, we'll go back to the middle. Neck. And now we'll put a little dirt on it. And this is my new Dumble pedal that I actually got on Temu. And that is your bridge, middle. Neck. And overdrive. I'm about to turn this down a little. I'm going to wake the neighbors. That's the bridge, middle. And so she cranks. No doubt about it. So what I had done off camera was I filed the edges a little bit here, and then I actually took the fret crowner and just went across the edges just to get it so there's no sharp edges at all the way down the neck. We put on a set of Diodario 46 to 10s, and that's all I did to the guitar. The tuners on the guitar are actually really smooth, so I'm not going to change them out unless I start to have a problem with them. But they're holding tune, they're great. I did have to re-intonate the guitar because I had to raise the action and adjust the truss rod. The action was way too low and a lot of buzz. Now, if I want to give this a low action, right now I'm at a 1.75, which is playable. If I want to drop this down to a 1.5, I'm going to have to give it a fret job, because there's nothing I can do with the neck because this is a neck through body. So that is my review of the Leo Jaymz U.S. flag LP style guitar. It's great. I love the way it plays. But again, if I want to lower the action more, I'm going to have to definitely do something with it. Do some fretwork, more fretwork. So I'm going to play it for a little while and see what I think and make a decision from there. So Thank you for watching. Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. Give us a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'm going to take you out with this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.